So we had the colonization in a few videos ago, and it was pretty much just colonization from there on. Now we have both. Now we finally have the colonization and the conquering going on. We've got all of Africa in a complete mess, which we actually might see Morocco getting a whole lot of power here if they take a few cities from Carthage. And then, of course, the fall of Ethiopia is only a matter of time, really. I mean, looking back, it's like, where did Ethiopia go wrong? You think you can kind of pinpoint a lot of different areas. I mean, we're talking about Ethiopia like they're going to die already, but I mean, they practically are. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, the Zulu have completely reinforced with that massive, massive army that was protecting their South American colonies. Holy shit, look at this army of workers they have over here. This is going to be an epic empire by itself. Could you imagine if this game was a little bit more like EU4, where this colony, if it gained a lot of power, would try to separate from its homeland of the Zulu? How awesome would that be? This would be like a whole very, very strong empire out of nowhere. I mean, they've already got a city up with 9 population. This would automatically, I think, be in the top 10. That's just little things for Civ 6, honestly. That's a completely different topic, I know, but how cool would that be if some of your cities that don't start off on your home continent may try to revolt and start their own colony? Something like that. I don't know. It's just like so many cool things you can do for Axis. Just do it. Just do it. Anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. Where did Ethiopia go wrong, though? I would say you got to pinpoint the very beginning. Ethiopia was a lot stronger, I would say, in the very beginning because they had their powerful religion. As religion progresses in the game, it gets significantly weaker throughout the game. Oh, World's Fair 37%. Oh, dang. Religion becomes obviously less powerful. But the Ethiopians had that holy warrior belief, and they were generating a lot of faith. They had to have. If they were able to spread Eastern Orthodox throughout this entire world practically at 42 cities or something like that, they were making a lot of faith. So, yeah, maybe they were trying to focus in on more of their science belief because they had extra science when converting a city with either a missionary or a great prophet, and I get that strategy. But they should have used more investment. They should have seen that the Zulu were really powerful, and they should have started investing more heavily in their army. Now, let's not forget that Ethiopia was not a pushover. They probably could have handled all of Africa by themselves. Africa versus Arabia would have been tough. Ethiopia versus Arabia would have been kind of a stalemate. Arabia is pretty much the only other powerful civ in Africa, even though they're technically not starting off in Africa. I don't think I can really. I'm labeling Arabia as an African nation only because they do have two cities here, 2 significant cities with huge population. But besides that, I mean, I think honestly, Ethiopia could have swept through someone like Songhai. They could have swept through Egypt. They probably could have. By that point, they would have been really powerful, and they could have maybe chosen to go to war with Babylon, maybe Carthage, Morocco. Who knows? Oh, here comes the Carthaginian army. They're like, oh shit. They had no idea that was about to happen. Poland, I'm always talking about them as the sleeper, but if they don't do something. Shaka declared war on Morocco. Wait a second. Now this might actually keep Ethiopia alive if they is this Shaka's just move to completely destroy all of Africa? Is that what they're doing? Because they can easily continue to take over Ethiopian cities and not focus so heavily on the Ethiopian territory. This is going to mess up everything. Morocco is not going to be as powerful. They're going to have to defend. They've got to go defend right now. And honestly, the Zulu have a big enough army to just stay at war. They can stay at war, I'm assuming, for the entire game. Because they've got just so many military units. They can stay at war the entire game, and I know that the AI is not very efficient at using their units. That's obviously why the developers programmed the AI to be able to just kind of spam units because they're not smart at using them effectively. So the way wars work, they tend to work. I don't think this is kind of the way the developers wanted it, but the ways wars work for the AI is just like, how many units do I still have? And obviously, with every war, AIs are going to lose. So even if they're winning the war by landslide, they're going to lose some things, some men. So, but because because the Zulu have so many units, technically I think they could stay at war for the next 85 turns. because they've got so many units, they won't lose that much, and they'll be able to continue to pump things out because they've just got so many cities. So Morocco and Japan have declared war. Looks like there might be a coalition against Morocco, which I don't know why. Maybe everyone likes Spain, I'm guessing. People really like Spain. Any more settlers coming this way? I don't think so. We do see a Roman scout out this way. Technically, Japan. Someone could go for the Moroccan colony. Nothing out over here just yet. Still nothing. All right, let's watch as let's see what the Zulu exactly are going to do. I hope they're not too dumb and they completely split up their stuff. This might save Ethiopia, but at the same time, it won't save the wolves from attacking Ethiopia. And by wolves, I mean Arabia. Arabia, you know, Harun al-Rashid is like, yeah, boy, yeah. He's looking at Ethiopia. He's looking at their power because Ethiopia, the AI can see exactly how big another AI's military is, and he's like, oh shit, they are losing a lot of troops. Oh, you know what? The Zulu actually might not take the city because they don't have any melee units out over here. They just have frigates. They've got a privateer, which would be enough if they move that privateer over a little bit. Can't forget about Byzantium and India, the Byzantium-Indian War. More than likely, Byzantium is probably going to be done from this game. So they're not pressing too hard from Morocco. They're still going for Ethiopia. Okay, that's a good development. Shaka is constructing the Pora and Broadway for Ethiopia. I should probably move that spy out of Ethiopian territory, and I should probably maybe move it to Chinese territory. Oh, Statue of Liberty by China. So strange to see such a powerful, just like Eastern Asian community. All of those civs over there are just stayed very strong, and they did that without really going to war. I mean, China's whole success kind of stems off of their war with Siam in the very beginning, but still, I mean, they have continued to kind of have success because they've been able to colonize a lot of these islands out here, and as well as obviously Australia. Australia has been a big point, and I think Indonesia might be setting up for a war here. Looks like it. Indonesia has stayed at peace the entire game, and I'm sure they've got a very strong military as well. They don't have not only a strong military, they've got a strong navy, very strong naval units. They could still push forward. I know a lot of people were rooting for Indonesia, including myself. I really thought that Indonesia would be extremely powerful, but they've got the navy to do some interesting stuff. At least kicking out Siam, at least taking out the Siamese capital. Maybe. I mean, Siam does have a lot of reinforcements, a lot of their elephants, a lot of naval units. So, I don't know. I'm not even sure. The Huns have played really quiet, and so have the Ottomans. There were those were some big civs in the very beginning, but they've really quieted down. I'm surprised there hasn't been a war broken out between the Huns, Poland, and the Ottomans. At least a coalition war against Poland. I think if Poland were to take a few cities, that might have happened, but it just hasn't. Where the hell did that settler go for Germany? I swear they had one. But oh, there he is. Okay, he's going for some more. He's the only one that's colonizing. That's so weird. Technically, can this conquistador still settle cities? I can't remember exactly the requirement. I think he can, and I think he's gonna settle something. Shaka's completed the I can't even see that. The single score list. Anybody else? Wow, France has actually, this colony is pretty strong for them. I think we could see it. I think France could be trying to take away from some of the Germany colonies. Very minor civs at war there, if that were to happen. But at the same time, it's like, still something to take note of. We didn't even go over exactly where aluminum is. Should probably do that. I'll do that when we talk about uranium in the next video. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Oh my gosh, Zulu. So what's going on? We've got a little fleet here with Arabia. You guys aren't attacking cities. Are you going straight for the capital or what? A submarine this way. Again, Arabia's the key part here. What's Arabia doing? What does Arabia do? Oh shit. Morocco can technically take the city, but will they push forward enough? They only have 2 melee units, a rifleman and a musketman. Now, I believe Morocco goes first. No, they go last because they're a Brave New World. They're from Brave New World. It goes by Vanilla, DLC, Gods and Kings, and then I think Brave New World. So I think we're going to see Carthage go first, which might be bad. Which could be bad for the possibility of Morocco taking the city. I think Morocco could survive with the Zulu, unless, of course, you know, Shaka's a dick and never makes peace, and then just, you know, kind of waits until they've completely destroyed all of Ethiopia in their empire, and then just kind of move everyone over towards Morocco. Oh, man. Byzantium and Babylon have made peace. Byzantium has denounced Babylon right afterwards, okay. So can they take it? They can if they use all their crossbowmen. If they're smart, they use their crossbowmen first, and then the rifleman walks in, they could take it, connecting their empires. That'd be a nice connection for Morocco to you know, a nice little connection there. Also, you gotta think that, you know, Morocco does have a very good, unique ability for trade, and this is a really great spot to have a lot of trade going on. A lot of trade, you know, there's a lot of civs around this area. Are there any more settlers going? There's not really. They didn't take it. Yep, they're not gonna take it. Morocco could have kind of gotten in the more of our sights here. They probably could have jumped into at least the top 10 in terms of the score list, but that's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, look at this Ottoman fleet in the Black Sea. Surprised Austria stayed alive for so long, and that's pretty much only because they've got these the mountains here to protect them. As well as, I guess I'm surprised that Germany has stayed alive for so long as well. Now, what is that settler gonna do? Okay, I've got to watch what the Zulu do. I've really got to watch what the Zulu are gonna do. They've got some units down here, some melee units. Are you going for the capital? Because that'll break Ethiopia before anything else. Like, Ethiopia could still survive and still, like, kind of function as an empire, losing maybe some of these outer cities, but, you know, an AI losing their capital, they're done. AIs do not ever... I mean, that's just kind of in general in this game. You lose your capital, you're done. Even if you just lose it and you gain it back next turn, doesn't matter. The damage has already been done. So we had Poland getting Big Ben up. Arabia has no idea what it's doing. That's right. And India. Please, India, for the sake of good borders and clean borders, please kick out Byzantium. Sorry, Byzantium. I'm not against you. It's just that, you know, Byzantium, you're not going to win the game anyways. So, you know, I kind of want you to get out of here. Someone needs to declare war on the Huns. Look, the Huns have nothing right here. Nothing. You could walk in here. India is another civ that could be very powerful. They could pick up easily these 3 cities. Actually, Siam would be tough. Siam has a lot of units for some reason stationed within the city, but Siam is pretty far behind in science. As in, you know, India has a bunch of riflemen all over the place. They could pick up easily 3 cities. 3 pretty average-sized cities. Korea's denounced China. All right. All right. And how's Mongolia doing? Mongolia has completely stopped their colonization. And I think that's got to be... I think their happiness has kind of made them struggle. Remember, you know, the Mongolian happiness, their empire is the only one I think that's in the negatives. I believe they're the only ones in the negatives currently. I think so, yeah. We'll check. We'll double check. Surprised that there's so many boats out here, but no one has gone for a city. I get why Mongolia's not. See, look, I bet you France is going to try to launch an attack here. What the hell? That wonder has already been discovered. I don't get it. Zulu have now denounced Egypt. Oh my gosh, this could be a domino effect. Again, because Ethiopia has fallen, no one's going to be able to withstand. I mean, also you have to think that there's a continental war going on between Morocco and Carthage. So they've completely lost all their troops. Look, Carthage has nothing. Carthage practically has nothing going on here. So does Morocco. Morocco has nothing going on. But luckily for them, the Zulu are completely preoccupied with look, the Zulu are actually going to lose a lot of troops because they're stupid. The Zulu are going to lose a lot of unnecessary troops. Their army's still going to be big, but they're going to lose a lot of unnecessary troops because they just moved everyone through this territory. They didn't go for a city. They didn't go for like a single city. I think they were going for the capital, maybe. But it was just not very smart of them. Not a very smart move at all. Oh, man. England has denounced Denmark. England has denounced Denmark. Do we see any more Zulu settlers? I don't see any more. Yeah, no more Zulu settlers. So South America seems to be somewhat safe for now. Where is this guy going for? That conquistador is just staying there. He's not doing anything. Again, Nottingham turned out to be not a bad city. I gotta give props to England. Not a bad city. So another German settler, and another one's been pumped out. Okay, so Germany is going to be a powerhouse. Surprisingly enough, the one civ with the one city. Oh yeah, you needed that. You really needed that. The one civ in Europe with only one city. Yeah, you were the only one with one city, is doing the most colonization. So what does that say exactly? I don't know. It's strange because they also have one of the toughest areas to get through to go and colonize. When I know for a fact Elizabeth has most of this stuff discovered already. But she's just not setting things over there. I'm glad at least one civ is smart enough to do it. There's going to be a lot of naval battles going on, and you need to keep that in mind, that just because someone declared war on somebody else on the opposite end of the world, on the opposite end of the world, there's still a lot of naval battles going on, because a lot of the AIs are really kind of focusing in on that. The only big war, next biggest war that could happen would be, okay, Elizabeth's declared war on Isabella, and Shaka has declared war on Isabella as well. Doesn't mean much, but Zulu are completely. You can't deny that the Zulu are evil now. That's the third war they've declared. The third war. So it's Ethiopia, then it was Morocco, now it's Spain. Spain's got nothing. Zulu, come on. You're probably gonna take over Toledo. Actually, you don't have the navy over here to take over Toledo. You might be going a little bit over your head here. Shaka, I think, actually is. Shaka, I'm willing to bet, is going a little bit over his head. He's going into a lot of wars. He made a very dumb move to move his cities over, or to move his units across the Ethiopian Empire, while cannons probably just did a number on their military. They're going to take a city. They're for sure going to take a city, at least one. This city probably is going to drop now, although they still don't have a melee unit over here, so who knows? We'll see next turn, I guess. They can't, unless they attack with a cavalry unit. But that's going to be tough because, the cavalries get that negative 50% penalty for attacking cities. Poland's trying. I mean, Poland's, pillaged a lot of troops or a lot of tiles over here for Stockholm, but they're not going to shut out Sweden. I gotta give props to Scandinavia. They have stayed around for a very long time. Even Austria. But Austria has kind of had the luxury of being in a good location. I guess you could argue that Scandinavia was also been a very good location just because AI sucks at moving from sea to land, but still. So what does England do? England's gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be a big naval battle going on in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't think any sort of cities are gonna get taken. I don't think. Now, what's the Spanish conquistador doing? I have no idea. Okay, let's see what happens. So they didn't take the city yet. I figured that. It's in the red, and now they're starting to attack up here. But, again, Zulu's losing a lot of troops. That's the problem. Ethiopia's publicly denounced Korea, as we thought. We thought that was going to happen. And let's check on the demographics one more time. So, looks like population is now gone to China. Whoa. Still, land is still for Mongolia. Mongolia, I think, is still somewhat expanding, but it's not through military-wise. Oh, shit. Big developments going on. The Zulu are evil, and they're at war with 3 civs. But could this mean a coalition? I don't think so, because they're too strong. I think they're too strong for a coalition to form, and Byzantium is probably going to get kicked out of this game. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.